Sir. Good evening. Very sorry to say that last time it was not possible to me because of my health to continue last episode. That is fourth Sunday of June. Now it is okay. Now this series of the online workshops, is continuously going on since 1.5 hour a year, and it will continue in future if Corona will give permission. Corona has given enough time to me to write my new syllabus for our new university, Open University, because it was not possible to me to get available the time due to my continuous workshops throughout the year. I was searching how I can get the proper time for writing new syllabus, because it is a very big task. 2,000 pages, and I am writing in 3 languages continuous: English, Hindi, Marathi, and also proofreading is a big task. But Corona has given to me enough time. Since 1.5 year, 18 months, I am writing these new books, updated books, 100% scientific updated books with new research, and it will take another 4 or 5 months, I think, that to complete the syllabus. Then the books will be available to all of you. Syllabus is most important for any university, which is based on knowledge, science, truth, and non-violence. You know, the monsoon has changed the timetable, and format also. Due to climate change and our unnatural behavior, water is most important to our crop. And monsoon is the main source. Maybe you are giving irrigation water through your canal, means from dam, well, or tank. But in the dam, well, and tank, When there is enough raining given by the monsoon, then water resources are fulfilled in our rivers, tanks, wells, and dams. In drought condition, when there is no monsoon rain, no water in the tank, no water in the well, no water in the dam also. So water is given by the monsoon. That water was taken from the Bay of Bengal, Indian Ocean, and Arabian Sea. A huge pipeline, a huge pipeline from Bay of Bengal to top of the Himalaya. But that pipeline now is disturbed due to climate change. Before 1776, before 1776, 1776, that means before 250 years from today, monsoon was normal. Incoming, outgoing rate was fixed. Monsoon was entering in Kerala first of the June, and it was reaching Rajasthan up to 15th of the July, 15th July up to 15th August. There was enough rain throughout India, spread out rain. And after 15th August, monsoon was start to return back. And 15th of the October, monsoon was leaving in India, leaving from India. Fixed time. Now monsoon is entered in Kerala fifth time. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, the June. But it will take advance towards Karnataka. We can't give this assurance. When monsoon will enter in Karnataka, it is not surety that monsoon will go forward continuously. No. Monsoon may take 15 days halt in Karnataka for eating the Obattu and Bese Bede Bhat. Why? If monsoon will enter in Maharashtra, it is not guaranteed that it will go forward at its timetable. Monsoon reach Rajasthan 1 month late, return 1 month late now. When reach 1 month late, the sowing is late, become late, totally disturbed. And when monsoon start to return back 1 month late, kharif crops are disturbed because it is the harvesting time. Why monsoon timetable is changed? When, how much millimeter rainfall will be given by the monsoon clouds, nobody can predict. Nobody can predict, even scientists also. Because it is dependent on the low pressure. Where there is a low pressure, the clouds are going towards that low pressure. They run fast. That means low pressure and high pressure. These two things are most important. Suppose monsoon entered in Kerala. In Karnataka, the pressure is, suppose, at Dharwad, the pressure may be 1010 heptapascal, and in Kerala 1020 heptapascal, then definitely the monsoon will run away toward the Dharwad, Kerala, or Karnataka, because it is the lowest point of lowest pressure. But monsoon advance from Kerala towards Karnataka, Maharashtra steadily. But if there is a low pressure, lowest pressure in Madhya Pradesh, then all the clouds of the monsoon will go fast towards Madhya Pradesh. Unnatural speed. And we will get minimum rainfall. So, monsoon is managed by low pressure. Low pressure is most important in agriculture because when low pressure area is built up, in Bay of Bengal, then the water vapor is gathered speedily. Dense clouds are created, and that low pressure is converted into cyclone or bigger pressure. And when the cyclone gather entire moisture from the upon the Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean. And when this cyclone will enter in India, cyclone will come with huge quantity of the water in the dense clouds. And Odisha, Bengal, Chhattisgarh, Telangana, Vidarbha, Madhya Pradesh will get enough rainfall. But entire South India, Rayalaseema, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and South Karnataka, North Karnataka, and Western Maharashtra, there will be no rain. Why cyclone entered in Odisha? Why it is not entered Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu border, which will give maximum rainfall in South India? Because of the low pressure. Because lowest low pressure was built up in central India. So monsoon start to run away toward the central India. Nobody can predict where cyclone will cross the border of India. Throughout rainy season, 700 cubic mile water is given by monsoon to Indian territory. A huge water in the form of rainfall. Suppose low pressure area is built up in Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean, and if in Pacific Ocean near Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Philippines, Japan, there is a lowest pressure there than Bay of Bengal pressure. 900 hectopascal, 952 hectopascal. That means much less than the pressure built up in Bay of Bengal. Then their cyclone will not cross the Indian border. No. Cyclone will cross Bangladesh border and it will go ahead to Myanmar, Bangladesh, and Thailand and Indonesia, Pacific Ocean. Because lowest pressure was built up in Pacific Ocean at that time. Another cyclone there. So it is not possible to predict and to assure us that perfect time, perfect place will get the proper rainfall. Because of climate change, this factor is become more severe. It is straight related to the production of the crop. One square feet leaf surface area of any plant, green leaves, manufacture 4.5 gram food raw sugar in one day by means of the photosynthesis, and we get 1.3 gram of the grain production or 2.25 gram of the fruit production. When sunlight will be exposed to the plant, then photosynthesis will be created. Because for photosynthesis, 1 square feet leaf surface area of any plant absorbs 12.5 kilocalories solar energy in per day. Solar energy. And that solar energy is converted into chemical energy in the chlorophyll, and that chemical energy is conserved in solar energy conserver units, adenosine triphosphate ATPs, and that energy utilized for the synthesis of the carbohydrates, then amino acids, and then proteins. If the leaves will not get sunlight, solar energy, leaves will not prepare the food. Photosynthesis will be stopped. Stomata will be closed by guard cells, and we will lose the production. Suppose any crop is having 120-day duration. Maybe paddy, maybe wheat. And leaves want 10-hour sunlight in a day for photosynthesis. Hour light, 10-hour light in one day. If that crop will get 120 days full sunlight without cloudy weather, that means 120 days multiplied by 2 kg per acre, we will get 2,400 kg of the production, 24 quintal of the production. If full 120 duration period, days duration period will get full sunlight 10 hours in a day. If the leaves will get 10 hours full sunlight, we will get 20 kg of the production. If leaves will get 1 hour full sunlight, we will get 2 kg of the production. But if there is a cloud weather, dense cloudy weather, the leaves are not exposed to the sunlight due to the shadow of the clouds for 1 hour. Photosynthesis will be stopped, and due to that cloudy weather, we will lose 2 kg of the production from 1 hour. If cloudy weather is intensified throughout the day, 10 hours, full cloudy weather, no sunlight to the plant body, then we will lose 20 kg production for that one day. That means production is straight related to solar energy, which is absorbed by the green leaves through the sunlight. How much maximum light hours the plant get the solar light, we can get maximum production. In rainy season, it is the main growth period of the plant body, may be annual, biennial or perennial. So we can estimate that the leaves can get maximum solar light in this growth period of the plant. Maybe seasonal, maybe annual, or maybe perennial. Before 1776, monsoon was totally activated in rainy season. Monsoon was giving scattered rainfall, not cloud bursting 18 inch per day, no. Scattered rainfall. In maximum days. Low pressure area, 2-3 days cloudy weather. When low pressure area will be neutralized or advanced to another state, again full sunlight. In rainy season, the intensity of the solar light, of the sunlight, before 250 years ago, intensity was in between 5,000 to 7,000 foot candle. It is the most important range of the intensity of solar light for best growth of the plant body in rainy season. Before 250 years ago, that means before industrial revolution, the carbon dioxide content in the atmosphere was 260 to 280 ppm, not more than 280 ppm. Air quality index was below 30, not more than 30. So monsoon was normal. Due to this natural situation of the environment, there was patches of the dot and high rainfall, but it was not so intensified as today. Now, intensity of the solar light in rainy season go ahead above 900, 1000, 9,000, 10,000 foot candle. Why fill high intensity? It was not in the past. It is a new. Why? Climate change. Climate change. Carbon dioxide proportion in the atmosphere, the natural limit is 260 to 280 ppm. That is natural. Everything will become natural in this range. Now, the carbon dioxide content in the atmosphere is enhanced above 300, above 450 ppm, near about double. As a result, climate change and monsoon is change. Air quality index below 30 is unnatural. We can take our respiration very easily. Plant body can take easily, no problem, no problem. Because clear air, pure air. Now air is so polluted that air quality index is enhanced above 380. In November, New Delhi, more than 700. It is a new, it is new. It was not past, happened in the past. No, it is new. Why? Climate change. Climate change, global warming, climate change, and monsoon change. Before 250 years, even in my childhood, winter was clean, full sunlight, cold, not continuous cloudy weather, maybe sometime, but maximum days full sunlight. And growth was intensified due to the continuous sunlight. Now, in winter there is rainy season, continuous cloudy weather, no cold. Why? Climate change. Summer, full sunlight. Even in my childhood also. Only May last there was a pre-monsoon showers and cloudy weather. And full sunlight, hot temperature. Now, continuous cloud weather in summer. Why? Global warming and climate change. We want full sunlight throughout 10 hours in a day, throughout the lifespan of the plant body, duration period. Then we will get maximum production. This full light sun day, full sunlight days are now reduced and cloudy days are increased. Result, declination in the production. How it is happened? How weather is changed? These are the miracles. It was not happened in the past. A new thing. Because global warming. What the global temperature was, global average temperature was before 250 years ago. That means before starting of industrial revolution. In 1776, James Watt developed vapor engine, and that was the point to start the climate change and global warming due to the machinization, industrialization. And that global temperature before 250 years ago, now it is seen that 1.5 degrees centigrade temperature is increased than normal temperature before industrial revolution was started. And so, full 365 days, that increased global temperature is creating global warming. Because the greenhouse gases which are emitted by industries, chemical farming and organic farming, Savaya Krishi, carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, methane, chlorofluorocarbon and other which are responsible for global warming, climate change. And we are emitting huge quantity by means of the Savaya Krishi, Sendriya Vyavasayam, Jaiva Krishi, organic farming, by applying cow dung manure, compost, vermicompost, and in chemical farming, huge quantity we are emitting greenhouse gases every day. And these greenhouse gases are destroying the ozone layer, which was the protector, water security force of the earth. And these greenhouse gases absorb the incoming heat and outgoing heat. And that's why global temperature is increased. We call it global warming. Due to this increased global temperature, the water of the sea, ocean, is become warm throughout the year. Throughout the year, due to high temperature. And generation of the water vapor is continued in the ocean. Huge quantity of the water vapor is generated by this warming of the sea water. And when that vapor will go up, they will cool and clouds are created. And due to high temperature, increased temperature, global warming, the air is become hot on the sea level. And when any air is become hot, then the air molecules are disturbed. They are going away from each other. Density is intensified. and low pressure is built up continuous throughout the year. And that low pressure is converted into cyclones throughout the year. And as the impact of that low pressure, so many low pressure areas are built up in throughout India throughout the year. And these clouds of the cyclone from the Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea, and in the Indian Ocean are coming in India continuously throughout the year. And there is a cloudy weather. There is a cloud throughout the year. And when there is a cloudy weather, the green leaves are not getting sunlight. Carbon assimilation process is stopped. Photosynthesis is stopped. Food preparation is stopped. Ultimately, reduction in the production. We are facing hazardous impact of the global warming and climate change. As a farmer and entire human beings are targeted by the new strains of the viruses and bacteria, pathogenic bacteria. And we are facing corona crisis problem throughout the world. Why? Internal mutation is a natural process. Internal mutation is natural process in any DNA of any, maybe RNA or many DNA of any viruses, any bacteria or any plant body or any human body, maybe animal body. It is a gift of the God that by means of the internal mutation, we create the capacity to overcome the problems, to face the natural calamities and climate change. It is a natural process. But viruses were viruses were change their forms by internal mutation, swam utparivartan. But viruses and bacteria were not becoming violent. Now viruses are changing the form by mutation in the new form, new strain, new variant of the viruses are coming, and even bacteria also, and they are becoming violent. Too much violent. Why? Because of the climate change and global warming. Though God has given assurance to every living being, including viruses, bacteria, insect, birds, human being, plant body, every that go on the earth. Air will be cool, pure. Air quality index will be below 30. And carbon dioxide proportion will be below 280 ppm. Don't care. Water will be pure. Everything will be pure. Intensity will become in Southeast Asia and African countries in the range of the 5,000 to 700,000 per candle. The body was designed. The body of the viruses, body of the bacteria, body of the insect, body of the animal, body of the human being, body of the plant body was designed by the God in such a way that they will not face any problem in natural position of the environment, air quality index below 30, carbon dioxide content not more than 280 ppm, and intensity of solar light not more than 7,000 foot candle. Body was designed to accept and adjust these levels of the environment. But now intensity of solar light is going above 10,000 foot candle. Carbon dioxide content above 480 ppm. Air quality index more than 300. The new situation, viruses cannot adjust with new situation. Pathogenic bacteria cannot adjust because they are not designed for these changes. Human body also cannot adjust. Plant body also cannot adjust. And a result, viruses become violent, pathogenic bacteria become violent, human also become violent, and plant body also become violent. And as a result, new variant of the corona are modified by internal mutation continuously and then become violent. So global warming and climate change is not only affecting the monsoon and environment, straight affecting the bodies and health of the living beings, including viruses, pathogenic bacteria, insect, birds, animals, and human and plant body. And if the cloudy weather will continue because of the climate change, per acre production definitely will come below, will continuously reduced. And what about nutritional value and medicinal value in the food? Because this state impact of the global warming climate change in the development of the nutritional value and medicine values in the food, state relation. We are losing everything. We are losing everything. Climate change is a great danger. If we will not restrict the climate change and global warming, future generation will not survive. Because new strains of the viruses and bacteria will continue to develop by internal mutation. And they will attack because they have become violent. Nobody, government and nobody thinker of nation is thinking about this matter. They are silent. In the speeches, we are going to restrict the carbon emission. How? If chemical farming is responsible for huge quantity of the greenhouse gases, responsible for global warming and climate change. If go adhal krishi, cow-based farming, cow dung manure-based farming is emitting huge quantity of the greenhouse gases every day, become responsible for global warming and climate change. And if organic farming, compost, vermicompost, biodynamic, everything, non-edible oil cakes and all other organic inputs in Savai Krishi, Sendriya Vyavasayam, Jaiva Krishi, maximum greenhouse gases are emitted in the atmosphere every day. And which are responsible for global warming and climate change. Government of India has given the legal commitment openly that government India will reduce 35% carbon emission. How? If maximum greenhouse gases are emitted by three sectors: chemical farming, organic farming, go adhar krishi, cow-based farming, and industries. If any government is willing to save the next generations, to save from corona, diabetes, heart attack, and cancer, and to save our crops, human health, they have to reduce the carbon emission. And for that purpose, they have to ban chemical farming, organic farming, cow-based farming. They have to ban. No solution at all. No solution. You find out, show me. We will accept. In Subhash Palekar natural farming, no single gram of the emission of the greenhouse gases. No single gram. Because we are not utilizing chemical fertilizers which are responsible for emission of the carbon dioxide and nitrous oxide. In Subhash Palekar natural farming, we are not utilizing cow dung manure, compost, vermicompost, organic fertilizers, non-edible oil cakes, and all other inputs. So no greenhouse gases emission. In chemical farming, the farmers are burning the residues of the crops. And you burn the residue of the crop, huge smoke is emitted in the atmosphere. The smoke is carbon, black carbon, is emitted in the atmosphere. which become responsible for global warming and climate change. After harvesting of paddy crop, Punjabi farmers are burning 2 crore metric ton of the residues of the paddy crop every year. Haryana farmers are burning 1.5 crore metric ton of the residues of the paddy crop after harvest. Huge smoke in the atmosphere. Last November, 2 years ago, I was at New Delhi, November, from an important meeting. And I have seen air quality index 760. We want below 30. And one media has taken the survey of the Delhi people. What do you want? Are you living Delhi or you are residing Delhi? 40% Delhi people said that we are living Delhi. Otherwise we will die. This huge smoke emitted by industries, automobiles, vehicles, chemical farming, organic farming, and these pollutants destroying the air, atmosphere. Air become highly polluted. Huge quantity of the hydrocarbons, acids are floating in the air. These are the poisonous pollutants. And in 1 minute, we take 16 respiration in 1 minute. In 1 minute, we take 16 respiration. And when you take the air inside the lungs by respiration, huge quantity of the pollutants are deposited in the lungs. Lungs become failure to activate 100%. Lungs become weak, cannot face corona viruses, and corona attacks straight to lungs. You become positive by corona. Medicine is not a remedy to cure corona, no. Until if we will not stop the emission of the greenhouse gases and pollution, corona will not go back. It will be continued throughout the year. New strains of the corona, violent corona. And we have to die with corona, cancer, diabetes, heart attack. In Subhash Palekar natural farming, we are not burning any biomass. We are utilizing all residues of the crops for mulching purpose, straw mulching. We have finished the root causes of the global warming and climate change on our level, not global level, on our level. All the responsibility has given by the God to us, we are fulfilling. Because we are not emitting any greenhouse gas. But our agriculture is related to those people who are practicing chemical farming, organic farming, cow-based farming, and industries. They are doing the sin, papam, and we are affecting. We are affecting. We are not doing any pap, any sin, but we are not affecting. We are affecting. Why? If the farmers under Subhash Palekar natural farming we are not committing any sin, not emitting single gram of the greenhouse gases, we are restricting the flow of the greenhouse gases and we are restricting the global warming climate change. Why we are facing this problem? Satyu, monsoon is changed. Monsoon has a great impact. Vitamin D is not manufactured, cannot be manufactured in the factory. Vitamin D supply cannot be possible by food in natural stage. Vitamin D is created in human body with the help of the sunlight. Morning tender sunlight, evening tender sunlight. And due to cloudy weather, we are not getting the sunlight. Morning, evening. 90% global people are facing vitamin D deficiency. Why? They are not getting sunlight to create the vitamin D in the body. Why they are not getting sunlight? Because cloudy weather. Why? Global warming and climate change. Who is responsible? And policy of the government? Organic farming? सावय कृषी, सेंद्रिय व्यवसाय, जैव कृषि, सजीव खेती. What is this? You don't know? This organic farming is responsible for global warming climate change. Why you are continuing? Nobody is giving answer. And those social organizations, NGOs, which have great network in national level, they are promoting organic farming. In the name of Swadeshi. On the tongue Swadeshi. And promotion organic farming, which is Videshi. Foreign technology, not Indian technology. Dr. Albert Howard was the developer of organic farming, compost technology. He was not Indian, he was a British technologist, scientist. The scientists from Europe developed this vermicompost technology. They are not Indian. Biodynamic developed in New Zealand, not in India. Cow dung manure is developed in Africa before 7,000 years ago, not in India. Go Adhat Kushi, foreign technology. Organic farming, foreign technology. Not Swadeshi. Compost, vermicompost, foreign technology, not Indian. And chemical farming, foreign technology. Norman Borlaug was not Indian scientist. That means all foreign technologies, Videshi technologies are recommended by this Swadeshi movement. In the name of Swadeshi, why? Savai Kushi, Jaiva Kushi, Sendri Vyavasayam, Saju Kheti. Why? If policy will not be changed by any government, no surety to future generation of survival. No surety. On our level, we are trying best. On our level. When we give Jivamrutam and mulch the soil by straw mulching, and to maintain carbon nitrogen ratio 10:1, for that purpose we should take the entire crops of the pulses dicot. Then humus is created automatically only in Subhash Palekar natural farming. And that humus give the resistance, immunity to the plant body to face with natural calamities and climate change. And you see miracle. You see miracle. There was a severe cyclone now this year in Konkan area of Maharashtra and Saurashtra in Gujarat. Severe cyclone. What the miracle has seen by our farmers. Nasing Bhai Mori, Kanwai Bhatt, Sauliaji. Miracle they have seen. Which papaya, which trees are grown under Subhash Palekar natural farming, they are not fallen. They are not fallen down. And which are grown under chemical farming and organic farming, they are fallen down. We have proved chemical farming, organic farming cannot face the natural calamities and climate change. Only Subhash Palekar natural farming can face. Prashant Bal Pandey from Bhandara circulated one post on WhatsApp. Guruji, miracle is happened. What? Because that is a paddy area. On when nursery is taken, nursery plants of the paddy, on the rain, no irrigation. So when monsoon commences in Vidarbha, they have sown the paddy seed on the seed bed. Chemical farmer also and Subhash Palekar natural farmer also. Prashant Balpande also. And then there was a big gap in the raining. What he has seen? The seedlings which are grown under chemical farming are going to dry due to no rainwater, no moisture in the soil. But Prashant Bal Pandeyji is practicing Subhash Palekar natural farming. His nursery, he said, no raining, no irrigation, my seedlings are very healthy, green. Why? Only Subhash Palekar natural farming can face the climate change and natural calamities. We have proved it. We have proved it. Last year, there was a severe cyclone in Andhra Pradesh. Visakhapatnam to West Godavari. Huge damage has been done. In continuous phone to me, Guruji, miracle is happened. What is happened? Coconut tree under chemical farming fallen down. Our coconut tree under Subhash Palekar natural are not fallen down. They are stood up firmly. No footfall. Minimum damage. Rice crop is fallen down. Both. Chemical farming, Subhash Palekar natural farming, both are fallen down. Next day, then we visited their farm. They have seen the miracle. The paddy crop, which was fallen down by cyclone, next day morning, it was not stood up. It was fallen and mixed in the mud. But Subhash Palekar natural farming paddy was again stood up and was standing firmly. No damage. Only Subhash Palekar natural farming can face the natural calamities and also climate change. Climate change. Due to destruction of the ozone layer, because ozone layer is destroyed by greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxide, methane, which are emitted by chemical farming, organic farming, and industries. Hazardous radioactive elements are coming, rays are coming. Radioactive rays are coming, ultraviolet rays are coming, which are very harmful. Through the hole, straight to the earth. And they are committing to DNA to change the DNA form. Genes are transferred. Characters are changed. Fast mutation is activated. In the plant body, human body also. Due to this DNA change, internally, by mutation, 10-year girls They are starting monthly course. It was not happened in the past. Above 16, 18 years old, girls were facing starting monthly course now 10 years old. It is a hazardous change in the body. Why? Climate change. What you are doing when you are practicing chemical farming, organic farming, cow-based farming, सावय कृषि, जैव कृषि, सेंद्रिय व्यवसायम, सजीव कृषि, सेंद्रिय खेती, why? What you are doing? Nobody is serious. Nobody is serious. But we can overcome this climate change successfully if you will practice Subhash Palekar natural farming 100% and will eat every day alkaline, gluten-free, alkaline, gluten-free, fiber-saturated, poison-free, nutritional medicinal food grown under Subhash Palekar natural farming, then we can save our body from climate change naturally. 100% definitely. गाय आधारित कृषि महा डेंजरस, मोर डेंजरस, गाय आधारित कृषि. साथियों, what we have in our hand, due to the climate change, when monsoon will become totally changed, drought conditions will become more severe in future. Cloud bursting will become regular. 18-inch in a day rainfall. Only we can show the crop in high flood level also. In high flood level also. Last year, August, September, Kolhapur, Sangli, Satara district of Maharashtra and 6 districts of Uttar North Karnataka. These 9 districts are drought-prone area. Continued drought since thousands of years. Minimum rainfall or no rainfall since thousands of years. With no rainfall, sugar cane belt on canal irrigation. Huge sugar factories in this area. You will see the sugar cane crop. August, September last year, there was a cloud bursting in that drought-prone area, not seen in the past. 18-inch, 45 centimeter 450 millimeter rainfall in one day and continues up to 15 days. And there is a huge water was dumped in the sugarcane plantation. River was flowing continuously for 18 days with full water. Entire land was saturated by the water for 15 days due to high rainfall. There was a water level on the sugarcane plantation 18 feet. Entire sugarcane was submerged, dipped in the water up to 18 days. Somewhere 20 days, somewhere 15 days. And when flood was evacuated, and miracle was seen by the people. In that 18 days, submerged sugarcane plantation under chemical farming was totally dried. Was unable to use as a fodder also. But our Sanjay Chauhan under Subhash Palekar natural farming in Karvir Taluka of Kolhapur districts, his sugarcane was alive, green, under 18 feet level of the flood for 16 days. All chemical sugarcane was dried, but his sugarcane was green. He called me a joyful face. Sir, miracle is happened. You have saved me. Then I immediately called to Agriculture Secretary, Government of India, Sanjay Agrawal ji, New Delhi. Send your ICR team to visit that crisis. Yes, sir, I will send. He sent the ICR scientist to visit, and they have seen the miracle. I have visited later on in Shivapuri. Everybody has seen that miracle. Only Subhash Palekar natural farming can face the climate change. Only Subhash Palekar. Last year in Saurashtra, high flood, huge rainfall in rainy season. Saurashtra has groundnut crop main. And one miracle has been seen by people that chemically grown groundnut was totally finished, spoiled, 90%. And under Subhash Palekar natural farming, damage only 10%, 5-10%. Rainfall is same. We have minimum damage, there are maximum damage. We have proved. If we can fight with the climate change, natural calamities, and corona, cancer, diabetes, heart attack with 100% success under Subhash Palekar. The timetable of monsoon will not regulate in incoming days. So it is not possible to us to depend on monsoon. regulated monsoon, normal monsoon. What the rainfall will be given by the monsoon, we have to conserve in the internal water reservoir at any cost. That is the main aspect. And to utilize aerial moisture is second aspect. To save our orchard and save our crop. To target, we have to conserve entire rainfall is our soil, which will be conserved in internal water reservoir. No single drop of rainwater will flow upon the soil and will create the problem, third problem. And we have to utilize maximum water from the atmosphere. And it can be possible only in Subhash Palekar National Park. You can visit in rainy season. This is orchard fruit trees under Subhash Palekar National Park. Neighbor fruit trees under chemical farm. Two neighbor, SPNF and chemical, both. Orchard, continuous rainfall, high rainfall, continuous. And we organize one Shiva Ferry field visit program. In that high rainfall, with umbrellas, 1,500 farmers were with me in Maharashtra. What they have seen the miracle? High rainfall continuous since 3 days. No single drop of the rainwater was flowing upon the soil under Subhash Palekar Natural Farming Orchard. Entire rainwater was percolated in the soil and deposited in the internal water reservoir. At the same time, on the neighbor orchard in the chemical farming, water was dumped. No percolation of the water. Why? Rainfall is same. Both farmers. Soil also structure same. But under Subhash Palekar Natural Farming, entire rainwater was percolated and dumped in the internal water reservoir. And in chemical farming, water was dumped on the surface of the soil, not percolated inside the soil. Why? During my college education and high school education at Amravati, Maharashtra, in summer vacation, I was going back my village. In my village, there is Bembala village, Bembala river. Bembala river. My college period and my childhood period, my Bembala river was flowing throughout the year. Throughout the year, full water. In May evening, every day, we will jump in the water, in the river. And we were swimming. And when we were returned back to home, Mother was giving full basket of the local mangoes to eat. At that time, rainfall in Amravati district of Vidarbha 600 to 800 millimeter per year. But Bembala river was flowing throughout the year. In May also. Now, in my village in Amravati district of Vidarbha, rainfall is same 600 to 800 millimeter in western Vidarbha, Varad. In eastern Vidarbha, 1200 millimeter, double than western Vidarbha. Rainfall is same, but my Bembala river is drying after December. No single drop of the water in the river. Why? In my childhood, in my college education period, same rainfall, Bembala river was flowing throughout the year. Now it become dry in December. Why? This is the reason. Why neighbor farm orchard chemically grown? Water is dumped. Why in under Subhash Palekar natural farming water is percolated, entire water, and water resources are saturated by water and they are coming in the streams, and streams are coming in the river and river are flowing. That means if under chemical farming water is not percolating inside the internal water reservoir, that means something in the soil which restrict the percolation of the water. And that something is not existed in Subhash Palekar natural farming. So entire water is percolated. What are these such things? That is chemical fertilizers. Every chemical fertilizer has salt, ksharas, as a filler. In between two soil particles, in between every two soil particles, there is a gap. There is open space. There is pore space, vacuoles. And there is a great network of the vacuoles throughout the soil in natural form. In natural form, not in chemical. We can say under Subhash Palekar natural farming and under forest. Who has created this great network of the holes to the soil? And through that network of the unlimited millions, trillions of the whole, a great network up to the internal water reservoir, Bhujalam. When raindrops are coming on the surface of the soil, due to the numerous holes to the soil, gravitational force immediately absorb that rainwater inside the soil by means of the percolation immediately and is deposited in the internal water reservoir. Because entire network of the holes are totally vacant. We have created these holes, local earthworms, vanapamu, local earthworms, and roots of the grasses and previous crops. They create the holes continuously. The local earthworms activate in the soil throughout the year continuously. When local earthworm enter in the soil, deeper soil zone, while entering and going deeper, they are eating the soil, rock material, sand particles, and carbonic matter. And when they will come back towards the soil surface, they will not re-enter through the previous hole. No. Local earthworms will create new holes and come up by eating the soil, rock material, sand, and carbonic matter, and limestone also, and pathogenic bacteria. They are eating, they are destroying. And they cast their casting on the surface of soil. Again they enter, again they come up, create hole continuously. They cast their casting, again they enter, again they come up, continue throughout the year. 24 hours in a day. And huge network, the holes are created by the activities of the local earthworms. When they enter local earthworms and come up, they're secreting the secretion through the body, sticky secretion, and they are coating the internal wall by their secretion. They are coating entire internal walls of the holes are coated by secretion, so their hole can become stronger. Holes will not break down. Network will continue. What a miracle system has been given by the God in the form of the local earthworms. What a miracle system. When the weeds are completing their life cycles, when the plants are completing their life cycles, when bushes are completing their life cycles, the plants are fallen down, create natural mulch, and the roots are dried. The great network of the roots are decomposed by actinomycetes, and when the roots are decomposed, automatically humus is created, and the holes of the roots are remain there with great networks of the holes. Local earthworms and roots are responsible for the creation of the huge network of the holes in the soil. And through that network, entire rainfall is percolated in the soil. Maybe cloud bursting due to the climate change. We have the capacity to face the climate change by depositing entire rainwater in the internal water reservoir. No single milliliter water will flow upon the soil and will create the flood problem. Because under Subhash Palekar natural farming, we are activating the local earthworms. You dig out the entire soil of the chemical farming. Dig out. You will not see single local earthworm. You will not. You will not see. But under Subhash Palekar natural farming, when you apply Jivamrutam, Ghana you see miracle within 3 days. Within 3 days. In chemical farming, no local earthworms, no. Under Subhash Palekar natural farming, when you apply chemical Jivamrutam, within 3 days, small local earthworms are started activation. Within 10 days, medium-sized local earthworms, and within a month, a huge network of the local earthworm in the soil. Huge. 2 to 3 lakh earthworms in 1 square feet area under Subhash Palekar natural. Huge network in 1 acre, for 1 acre, sorry, for 1 acre. Jivamrutam is the invitation card to invite local earthworms, and when we apply Jivamrutam, Ghana Jivamrutam, specific wavelengths send messages are going to a dormant local earthworms, samadhist local earthworms. When the Jivamrutam touch the local earthworm, they break the samadhi, they break the dormancy, come up and start activity. A noble work, fantastic, marvelous work is done by local earthworms. Chemical fertilizer destroy the local earthworms. Destroy. Even compost, vermicompost, which are having heavy metals, poisonous heavy metals, cadmium, arsenic, mercury, lead, destroying the local earthworms and bacteria. Local earthworms also take the samadhi knowledge. And when we apply Jivamrutam, but only Jivamrutam is not enough. If we will not create microclimate for the activation of the local earthworms and bacteria, they will not activate. So, along with Jivamrutam, Ghana Jivamrutam, mulching is most important because mulching creates the microclimate automatically. That means for the activation of the local earthworms, Jivamrutam is not enough. Jivamrutam plus mulching is important. Then, with full scale local earthworms, we start the activities. Create huge network of the holes, 18-inch one day, cloud bursting, entire water will be percolated. And what casting were they cast on the surface of soil? Local earthworm casting is the ocean of the nutrient. Local earthworm casting is having 7 times more nitrogen than the nearest soil. Casting of the local earthworms is having 7 times more nitrogen than the nearest soil, 9 times more phosphate than the nearest soil, 11 times more potash than the nearest soil, 6 times more calcium than the nearest soil, 8 times more magnesium than the nearest soil, 10 times more sulfur than the nearest soil, and multiple quantity of the all other macronutrients, iron, molybdenum, boron, copper, zinc, iodine, entire, silica, entire. Local earthworm casting is a ocean of the nutrient. But the miracle responsibility has been given by the God to the local earthworms. Local earthworms are the angel of the God, Devadutam, Devadutas. But under chemical farming, why water is not percolating in the soil? Why they are stunting on the surface of the soil? Because the holes are blocked by residues of the chemical fertilizers. It is a pre-planned conspiracy to block the network of the holes in the soil so that rainwater will not be percolated in the soil. It will flow by head flood, and water resources will vacant, and there will be big demand of the dams, big dams, and thousands of the crore rupees loan from the World Bank and all the banks, money lenders, and you money lender systems can get you. Urea, 46% nitrogen. What is 54 rest? Salt, ksharas, fillers. That means when you utilize urea, you deposit kshara, salt, in the holes, and holes are blocked. Holes are blocked. When urea molecule get the moisture, urease enzymes split the urea molecules, and urea is converted into ammonia. That ammonia cannot be taken by the roots. The roots want nitrogen in the form of nitrate. So nitrosomonas bacteria convert ammonia into nitrite. In second stage, nitrobacter and penicillium fungus convert nitrite into nitrates. Small quantity of the nitrates are taken by the roots. Rest of the huge nitrates are converted into free nitrogen by denitrifying bacteria and micrococcus bacteria, And this free nitrogen is coming in the atmosphere, combined with the oxygen in the atmosphere by oxidation process. Nitrous oxide is created. It is a greenhouse gas deposited in the atmosphere, create global warming and climate change. Satyu, when you give the ammonia, the urea, two things are happened. We deposit the salt in the holes inside the soil, and holes are blocked. That urea is converted in free nitrogen, and climate change is, global warming is created. And those nitrates are coming in the food material taken by the roots. These nitrates, when you eat chemically grown poisonous food, the nitrates, residues of the insecticide, fungicides, and herbicides are deposited in human cells as a toxic garbage. And as this is a toxin, is a poison, destroy our innate immunity, resistance power, and we face cancer, corona, diabetes, heart attack. What you are doing? What you are doing? Single superphosphate, 16% phosphate, 84 salt, ksharas, deposited in the holes network in the soil. Potassium sulfate, 48% potash, 52 ksharas, deposited in the holes of the network. That means whenever you utilize chemical fertilizers, you block the holes network by filling these salts. All the network is blocked by salt continuous from 60 years when Green Revolution was launched in India. And holes are totally saturated by these salts, ksharas. The ksharas, salts, act as a cement concrete. Bind the two soil particles very compact, as like cement concrete. And soil becomes cement concrete. Very hard. And when rainfall comes, rains are touch the soil, but not percolated inside the soil because hard pan, cement concrete are dumped on the surface of soil and flowing upon the soil. Create flood problem and also desertification of the soil. Incoming rainfall is white part transparent, but flowing flood water is dark black color. Why? Fertile soil particles are dissolved in that water. Humus particles are dissolved in that water. Bacteria, insects are dissolved in that water. And the fertility of the soil is going out of the farm by means of the silt, and silt deposited in the tanks, dams, and in the rivers, and in the crops, and great damage, great damage, great damage. What you are doing? What you are doing? And when the blocks, all vehicles are blocked, network of the hosts are blocked, soil become hard, compact, cement compact. No rainwater or minimum rainwater percolate in the soil. And water reservoir is not fulfilled, they are vacant. So streams are blocked, rivers are blocked after rainy season. In rainy season also, no water in the river. Human-made drought, human-made drought. Chemical farming create drought condition. Subhash Palekar natural farming neutralize the drought condition. Because we are creating the great network of the holes in the soil by means of the activities of local earthworms and the roots. Entire rainwater is percolated and deposited in the internal water reservoir. And after rainy season, when gravitational force retired, giving charge to capillary force, and this capillary force take the internal water reservoir water with the nutrients dissolved in the water, and they are coming up the root, and root get the water throughout the year with nutrients also. Full year in drought condition also. Capillary force is a beautiful force given by the God to avoid the damage in the drought condition under natural fire. The dipot plants are taproot, and on the top of the taproot, this cell cap. There is a cap on the top of the taproot, main root. And that main root enters in the soil continuously and goes to the internal water reservoir to take the water continuously throughout the year from the internal water reservoir. Taproot, main root. That means main root is most essential. If there is a hard rock in the path of the root, main root, through the root cap, specific cells are created by the God in the root cap. They secrete highly concentrated acids on the rock. And because of the highly concentrated acids reaction, hard rock become loose and the root enter in deeper soil again. What a miraculous thing has been done by the God. What a miracle. Miraculous, marvelous. But when you purchase nursery plant for the plantation in orchard of any fruit tree, fruit crop, In nursery, main root is cut down. First time in the primary nursery bed, for transplanting, they uproot the seedling, main root is cut down. And second bed, when they uproot the seedling, bigger seedling, to plant in the plastic bags, again root is cut down, main root is totally cut down. Only second roots are going parallel to surface of the soil. Main root is most important, which take the soil, water, continue throughout the year in drought also to the water reservoir inside the soil. And in drought, our plantation will survive. That root is cut down. That main root gives the support, strong support to the tree, a balance. That root is cut down. And due to the cut down root, when you plant seedling from the nursery, grafting, no taproot, you are giving the irrigation water. Suppose there is a drought condition, no rainwater. Your plantation is dried. In cyclone, high speed air, your plantation is fallen down. No support, no water. Don't purchase any grafting seedling from nursery. Don't purchase. Don't purchase. In situ, we have to dibble the seed of the rootstock and then we will graft. In next session, we will discuss about the grafting. Chemical farming and organic farming cannot face successfully to the climate change. Only Subhash Palekar natural farming have the capacity to face successfully 100% to the natural calamities and the climate change. We are through it. We are through it. We are through it. In severe drought, continuous drought, your chemically grown plantation is dried. Your chemically grown plants are dried. But at the same time, on the bunt of your farm, there is a tamarind mango tree with uncountable fruit with full green. Forest trees are full green with uncountable fruits. Why? Drought is same. Same drought in chemical farm, same drought in bunt, same drought in the forest. Or the same village, but chemically grown plantation is dried, forest trees are not dried, bunt tree is not dried. That means God has given the full assurance to human farmers. Don't afraid. God says, don't afraid, don't care. God has established a fantastic system by which in severe drought also no single tree will dry. It will continue the diversity and new generation will be continued. Under Subhash Palekar natural farming, we are utilizing that natural system 100% successful of the nature of the God. But in chemical farming, it is not possible. They have to drive. They have to face the problem. So, Achadanam, that means mulching, straw mulching, Jivamrutam, Ghana Jivamrutam, and leguminous intercrops will create the humus, will activate the local earthworms, and will face the natural calamities, climate change. Humus is the fertility and productivity of the soil. I have told so many times to you, humus is the fertility and productivity of the soil. Humus is the food stock of the root zone of every plant. The roots take the all nutrients to the humus. Humus is the reserve bank of the nutrient. Humus supply nitrate, humus supply phosphate, potash, humus supply calcium, magnesium, sulfur, humus supply copper, zinc, iron, molybdenum, boron, iodine, entire silicon, entire nutrients to the roots with 100% demand satisfaction. Humus supply humic acids which are required for the development of the plant body. Humus supply organic acids which are essential for the root and plant growth. Humus supply hormones which are required for the plant growth. Everything is supplied by the humus. Humus is the reserve bank of the mother's soil. Humus is the fertility and productivity of soil. And that humus is created only in under Subhash Palekar natural farming. When mulching is decomposed by beneficial, effective, aerobic microorganisms, a huge biodiversity of the uncountable microorganisms are involved in humus creation. Humus is created. That means two inputs are required for the humus creation. Number one, straw mulching, residues of the crop as a mulching. And second one, Jivamrutam, Ghana Jivamrutam, as a best culture of this microorganism which create the humus. Which create the humus. Humus is constituted by all nutrients. But humus body is constituted by two major elements, carbon and nitrogen. In the humus body, 60% carbon, 6% nitrogen. That means carbon nitrogen ratio is 10:1. That means for humus constitution, carbon is required and nitrogen is required. In the internal ratio 10:1. Carbon is given by monocrop residues, carbonic matter. That means those crops which are monocrop belonging to Gramini family, all cereals and millets, and monocot plants, paddy, wheat, jowar, pearl millet, bajra, maize, grasses, even the residues of the sugarcane, all millets, finger millet, badam millet, ground top millet, foxtail millet, kodo millet, all millets, and monocot, another crops just like vegetables, pulses, vegetables, oil seeds, residues of the chili, tomato, brinjal, lady's finger, residues of the sesame, till, linseed, sunflower, cotton seed. These are the monocot. All these residues are having higher percentage of the carbon, 48% of the carbon. And that carbon is inserted in the humus body. But 1% nitrogen is required. And that nitrogen is atmospheric nitrogen taken by the nitrogen fixing bacteria. And only dicot leguminous crops have the capacity, by means of the nitrogen fixing bacteria, they absorb the aerial nitrogen and deposit in the humus. For that purpose, in main crop, at any cost, we have to take the intercrop of the pulses, antarpak of the pulses. Green gram, black gram, cowpea, soybean, groundnut, pea, Bengal gram, moth bean, beans, pigeon pea, entire. Horse gram, all pulses. For humus creation, three inputs are required. Number one, straw mulching. Number two, Jivamrutam, Ganjivamrutam, agriculture. And number three, leguminous intercrops. Then humus is created automatically. And that humus supply all nutrients. Also, that humus supply water also. In Subhash Palekar natural farming, we are taking minimum water from the atmosphere. We are taking minimum water from the wells, canals and tanks. In Subhash Palekar natural farming, we are utilizing maximum water from the atmosphere. Atmosphere is the ocean of the water. In rainy season, 90 to 99% relative humidity. That means in rainy season, 100 liter air, 90 liter water vapor. In winter, 65% relative humidity, 100 liter air, 65 liter water in the form of the vapor. In summer, 25 to 35% humidity in the air. That means 100 liters air, 25 liters water in the form of the air. Atmosphere is the ocean of the water. And that aerial water is absorbed by two: number one, humus; number two, storm. 1 kg humus absorbs 6 liter water in night from the atmosphere and supplied to the roots. Humus is the sponge body, absorb the water. 1 kg humus absorbs 6 liter water in one day from the atmosphere and supplied to the roots. Humus is the main source to supply the water from the air to the roots in drought condition. That humus is created only Subhash Palekar natural farming, not in organic, not in chemical farm. But humus is destroyed because humus creating bacteria are destroyed. Storm mulching has a double role. When there is excessive moisture near the root zone, no wapsa, the storm mulching absorbs the excessive moisture from the soil through the soil and eliminate in the atmosphere. And when there is trace of the water near the root zone, minimum of moisture is required. Then mulching absorb the water from the atmosphere and supply to the roots. Double agent. I will give one example. Now in rainy season we are doing the weed control. Labor are doing the weedings. And weeds are collected by one man, labor. And collected weeds are dumped on the bunt of the farm. Continuously, every day. Huge heap of the weeds on the bunt. In September, October, in daytime, 2 o'clock, you go in noon. You pick up the heap of the residues of that weeds, totally dried, cut down immediately. You will try to cut down. No moisture, totally dried. But you go next early morning to the farm, 4:30, 5:30. And you take the residues of that weeds in the hand, a great water, full of the water. Why? No raining, no rain, clean sky, no irrigation, dry land. At the noon time, they were dried, now saturated by the water. Which is those was? That means storm mulching absorb the water from the atmosphere in large quantity and supply to the roots. A marvelous system of the God has been created. Beautiful. So in severe drought, Subhash Palekar natural farming orchard are not dried, existing also, but chemically grown are dried. भागवत धांडे जी, ग्राम निम्बा, डिस्ट्रिक्ट बीड, महाराष्ट्र. He had listened my workshop at Sai Shidi Baba Sthalam, CD. I have told in my workshop, dryland orchard. Dryland orchard. Last year, 21st of the June, he collected seeds of the custard apple, sitaphalam, on his ground. And 21st of the June last year, he divulged in situ the seeds in the farm. No nursery, straight in the soil where the trees are to be established. And he has taken the spacing 12 by 6 between two lines, 12 feet, and between two plants, 6 feet. And pigeon pea, green gram, black gram, the intercrops last year. Beautiful growth. But in April, entire leaves are fallen down. Because dry land, no irrigation. Entire leaves are fallen down of the custard apple plants. Every villager was touching him. A mad person, what a pagal. Hey, dried, uproot it, dried. But I have said in my workshop, you listen very well. Don't care, don't care. They are entering in the dormancy, they are taking the samadhi. And in Venezuela, they will become again green. So he was believing me. He has not uprooted. And now he called me, Guruji, miracle. My dried custard apple bushes are become full green in June when there was rain. Now he divulged the seeds of the drumstick in between two plant, alternate. It is happened only under Subhash Palekar, dormancy somehow. So a great network of the holes we have to create by the activation of the local earthworms and the roots. Number one. So that entire rainfall will be percolated in the soil, will be deposited in the internal water reservoir, and by taproot and by capillary force, it will come throughout the year to the roots, and the roots will get the moisture throughout the year, in drought also, and will get the nutrients. And second, we have to create humus and mulching, absorb maximum water from the atmosphere. Humus is the main part of dryland farming. Dryland food forest model. And that humus is created by uncountable microorganisms, visible, invisible, trillions of the trillions, and everybody is having the role in the creation of the humus. No specific 5-6 species of the microorganism and 50 species of the microorganism. No, entire uncountable microorganisms are having the role in the humus creation. God has created local cow first. Satya. God has created the local cow first. Then the God has sent human being on the earth. Why? That means local cow is not created by human. Local cow, Gomata, is created by the God as an angel. Because God has created the vegetation first, plant bodies, small plants, bushes, trees, huge trees, and vines as a vegetarian food. And then God has sent on the earth vegetarian living being, including human. Human is 100% vegetarian. In English, today we will take the Back to Nature workshop in August about terrace gardening. 15, 16 August. I will declare in next episode. On the terraces and on the walls, how we can grow our own naturally grown poison-free vegetables, fruits, sugarcane, flowers, spices, all on our terraces and surrounding the home. Today workshop we are going to conduct Back to Nature in English. 15th and 16th of the August. Holidays. Holidays. Or maybe 14, 15, I don't know. I will declare later. First, God has sent vegetation as a vegetarian food. Then God has sent vegetarian animals, including monkeys and human, as a 100% vegetarian. And when the population of the vegetarian animals enhance in huge, and God was having the fear that if the population of vegetarian animals will not be controlled, they will finish the vegetation. And they will also finish by hunger. So, to control the population of vegetarian animals, God has sent non-vegetarian animals, as like tiger, lion, all this, to control the population. Why cow has been sent by the God on the earth? Because humus is essential to supply all nutrients to the plant bodies. And to create humus, which microorganisms are required, uncountable millions and trillions of the species of the microorganisms, visible and invisible. God has sent the cow with the great intestine of the cow, a miracle factory, intestine of the local cow, Bos indicus, to create these microorganisms which are required for humus creation. Viruses, bacteria, animals, we can't create in the laboratory. We are not creator. We are destroyer. Human, God has not given the creation power to human. We can't create anything. So we can't create viruses, bacteria in the laboratory. Maybe science is and technology advanced. They are going on the Mars. Maybe. Maybe in future they will enter in the black hole. They will go another universe. Science and technology is advanced. But I am giving open challenge to scientists and technologists. They have to manufacture the rice, wheat in the factory. They have open challenge. Totally impossible. Why? Because God had not given the creation power to human. God has sent one miracle animal on the earth alone, that is local cow, Go Mata, with a miraculous intestine in which all these beneficial, effective, aerobic microorganisms are created, generated, and it is casted through the dung on the surface of the soil as a best culture of the uncountable microorganisms. Local cow dung is the best culture of uncountable trillions of the microorganisms, identified, unidentified. Cow is a angel, Devaduta. What in South Indian language? I don't know. Devadutam, angel of the God. To saturate the soil by all species, uncountable species of the microorganism by means of the dung. Local cow Gomata cannot speak with us because she has not having the capacity to discuss with us. But we can listen Gomata by its body language. I have studied the body language of the local cow Gomata. When Gomata cast dung on the surface of the soil, Gomata, local cow, give the message of the God to you, to the farmer, to the people, to the human. What message has been given by the God by means of the local cow? Use the dung of the local cow as it is. Entire local cow dung you have to utilize in the soil. Don't separate some species of the bacteria and don't manufacture the Gokrupa Amrutam, weight decomposer, EM solution, agriculture. No. Because for humus creation, I have sent all the species in my dung, and it is very essential to utilize all the species to also utilize entire dung. Don't separate specific bacterial species from them. This is the order of the Gomata local cow. Use as it is. Those who are utilizing the local cow dung as it is, they are Go Bhaktas. They are worshippers of the local Goma. But those who are not following the command, ruling, demand of the local cow, that utilize entire dung, don't separate the species. Utilize the entire dung. But those who are not following the command of the ruling of the cow, they are not utilizing all entire cow dung as it is. They are separating from the dung 40, 50, 4, 5 specific species of the microorganism, and they create Gokrupa Amrutam, EM solution, and waste decomposer. They are behaving against the local cow. They are challenging the local cow. How they can say they are Go Bhakta? How they can claim that they are Go Bhakta? They worship of the God, local cow? No. No. They are not local cow worshippers. They are not Go Bhaktas. They are opposed. They are opponent of the local cow. They are Go Abhakta, not Go Bhakta. Humus creation can be done only entire local cow. In Subhash Palekar natural farming, when we prepare Jivamrutam, Ghana Jivamrutam, we are utilizing entire local cow dung as it is in the preparation. We are not separating special species of the microorganism to create any culture. No. It is a Mahapapam. It is a Papam. It is not a spiritualism, it is atheism. It is atheism. We are not committing any atheism and sin, Papa. No. We are following 100% order of the local Gomata. Because Gomata is a messenger of the God. Gomata, local cow, cast the casting and urine on the soil. It is right of the soil to utilize entire local cow dung in the soil. But if there is no calf to drink the cow milk from the tits of the local cow will not secrete the milk on the soil, on the ground. Local cow will give the milk in the mouth of the only in the mouth of the calf, its calf. Local cow will not secrete the milk on the earth if there is no calf there. You are deliberately taking the milk, deliberately. Otherwise, you keep the bucket and pray, Gomata, give the milk. It will not give the milk. No, you have to deliberately. You are taking the milk. Again, this desire. Again, desire. Gomata, local cow, is giving the message of the God to you that the local Gomata milk is given only for its calf, not for human being, not for human being. The God is giving the message to the local cow that milk is not the food of human being. Don't drink the milk, curd and ghee of local cow, milk or any other animal. What you are doing? What we are seeing the nature? Except human being, no other animal is drinking the milk of another animal. No any animal is drinking the milk of another animal except real mother. That means God has contradicted the law. The human being has the right only to drink its own real mother milk. He has no right to drink the buffalo milk, cow dung milk, local cow milk, and goat sheep milk. No, camel, no. And you are drinking the milk, you are selling the milk 150 liters per day, per liter. You are selling the ghee, clarified butter, 3,000 rupees per kg. Again, the desire of the local Gomata, again the desire, again the law of the local cow, Gomata, the word. You are against selling and drinking the milk, ghee. How you can claim that you are a Go Bhakta? How you can claim? No, you are not a Go Bhakta. You are not. I know. In entire world, except Subhash Palekar, everybody is drinking milk. Everybody. I know. In entire world. But it is against the constitution of the God. It is against the desire of the local cow, Goma. Yes. Human being is 100% vegetarian. I am giving open challenge to all scientists of the world. They have to prove scientifically human being is a non-vegetarian. They have to prove. Human being is originated by monkey before 2 lakh years. Mother of the human and monkey was same, ape. Tailless. If it is a scientific truth that human is developed from monkey before 2 lakh years, that monkey is today also 100% vegetarian. Human 100% vegetarian. 100%. In Back to Nature, I will give scientific evidences in August. आम्ही ते 15 ऑगस्ट कोणत्या दिवशी पाहिलं? 15 कोणत्या दिवशी? 15 ऑगस्ट. 15 and 16 August. 15 and 16 August, Sunday and Monday. Those are holidays. Both are holidays. Noon, 1:30 to 8:30, 8 evening, 6 hour, 2-day workshop, Back to Nature, terrace gardening, online, on this channel. Everybody can listen that workshop. No entry fee. Free of cost. No registration. on time, you can listen on. I will give full scientific evidences how human is 100% vegetarian. When we accept the truth, human is 100% vegetarian. Human have the right only to eat vegetarian food, not non-vegetarian food. Then it is essential to give the real definition of the vegetarian food. Vegetarian food means plant-based food. Vegetarian food means plant-based food, and non-vegetarian food means animal-based food. What is the plant-based food? Leaves, pods, flowers, fruits, grains, and tubers. This is the real plant-based food of human being. Milk is not a plant-based food because milk is not produced on the plant body. Milk is not manufactured on the plant body. Milk is given local cow, buffalo, and these are not plant, these are animal. That means milk is animal-based food. That means milk is not vegetarian food. If you are claiming that you are vegetarian, but if you are drinking the milk, you are not vegetarian. You are not vegetarian. You have no right to say that you are vegetarian. We are acting against the constitution of the God. We are challenging the God by unnatural behavior, unnatural lifestyle. And so also we are claiming that we are spiritual, going to temples and praying. God will not listen your prayer, not at all, because you are challenging God. Cow keeping is most important part of Indian agriculture, global agriculture. In the Subhash Palekar natural farming, one local cow, 30 acre of land, you can cultivate. Go Mata saturating Bhumata. Local cow saturating soil, Bhumata, with uncountable microorganisms. State relation between Bhumata and Gomata. Symbiote to each other. There is a great symbiosis in between Bhumata and Gomata. Not Jersey Holstein is not a cow. It is another dangerous animal. Jersey Holstein is not a cow. I am giving open challenge. They have to prove Jersey Holstein is a cow. Cow means our local cow. Bos indicus dependent on Cebu family, which are hump, which are the hump. Without cow dung, we can't saturate the soil by useful, beneficial aerobic microorganisms which are having the great role in the humus creation. Local cow has a great importance and role in the humus creation. And that humus and storm mulching will absorb the atmospheric moisture in huge quantity and will supply to the roots of the existing plantation. Storm mulching will absorb the huge quantity of the water from the atmosphere, which supply to the roots, and by application of the Jivamrutam, Ghanajivamrutam by mulching, we will activate the local earthworms activities in huge level. They will create the huge network of the holes. Entire rainfall will be conserved in the internal water reservoir, and the taproot of the main trees and capillary force will take the water throughout the year, supply water and nutrient to the plant body, and in drought also our plantation will be survived. Dryland food forest model. Dryland food forest model. But which cow we want? Those cows which are giving minimum milk and best quality of the bullock. Which cow does not give the milk and does not give the birth to the calf? Old cow, which are going to slaughterhouses. You purchase those cows. You purchase those cows. Those old cows are best for agriculture. Not high milk yielding cows are best for agriculture. No. What the fodder is eaten by local cow, maximum energy is utilized for the calf and milk development. Those who are high yielding cows, maximum energy is utilized for the development of the milk, development of the calf. So minimum energy is got for the development of the dung and urine. So we get less quality of the dung and urine. High yielding cows, Tharparkar, Gir, Saiwal, Rathi, Red Sindhi, high yielding cows. Not usable for humus energy, which is received by the fodder after digestion. That entire energy is focused in the development of the dung and urine, and you will get the fantastic best quality of the dung for humus creation by means of the Jivamrutam Ghanajivamrutam. So for farming, we want those local cows which are giving less quantity of milk, but best quality of the bullock. For milk production, okay, high yielding. Gir, Tharparkar, Rathi, okay. But for agriculture, no. We want bullocks, strong bullocks, and strong bacteria. Only it is possible by those old cows which are going to the slaughterhouses to purchase at any cost and keep it for dung anyway. It is the spiritualism, the real spiritualism. It is a real spiritualism. Not for selling the 100 rupee, 50 rupees per liter milk and 3000 rupees kg of the ghee. No. 99% Indian people cannot eat 3000 rupees kilo per kg ghee in the dream also. In the dream also. The children are not getting the local cow milk. What the milk is given to the packet? Is it milk or not? I don't know. I don't know. So at last, monsoon totally disturbed. Climate change is the root cause. Chemical farming, cow-based farming, organic farming is not having the capacity to face the climate change and natural calamities. Only Subhash Palekar natural farming is the capacity to face the climate change and global warming. We have to try best to follow 100% Subhash Palekar nature. Again, I will remind you, 15th and 16th of the August, today, my English workshop for terrace gardening, natural way of life, poisonless food, and how to grow poison-free vegetables, fruits on our terraces, on the walls, on the premises of the house, and what we have to eat, what we are not to eat, how to activate our innate immunity, resistance power full 24 hours so that we can't face corona, diabetes, heart attack, and cancer. That will be the subject 15th and 16th of the August. I request you listen that workshop. And now in 4th of the Sunday, 25th of the July, again we will meet. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Bye, Subhash.